Hey everyone, it's Brett Hornby here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and welcome back to another Calgary Stampeders game day post back in my world headquarters in Capitol Hill. We're up to week number 16 in the CFL schedule for the 2024 CFL regular season, as we're in the third week of September, as officially we're almost on fall upon us. So the playoff races are heating up. And I'm going to say with this game, it's always easy for me to get up more for these kind of games, as my Calgary Stampeders are taking on the Saskatchewan Roughriders to be the first of two this season. And what a way to start off the rivalry, as this is a must-win game for both sides, as right now, combined, both teams are on a 12-game winless streak. However, after last week, both teams now have a tie, as Saskatchewan, they are third in the West Division with a 5-8-1 record. Now we need to throw in that third column for both teams, as they have not won in 7 games, but they had a tie in that 7-game stretch. I think I looked up the last time Saskatchewan won a game. It was on Friday, July the 19th, I think the date's right, where it was 19-9. Saskatchewan had a home or Winnipeg, and then they had a tie. It was on Thursday, August 8th. I was traveling to Toronto that day, where they had a 22 tie with the Ottawa Redblacks. Well, my Calgary Stampeders, we are 4-8-1, last in the West Division, and we tied last week against the Montreal Alouettes. So Calgary and Saskatchewan both had sister kissers for a game. Remember the old saying, a tie is like kissing your sister, and it definitely felt like that for me, knowing I have a younger sister myself, that Calgary also needs to win this game, as Calgary last won the game on, it would have been Sunday, August the 2nd, where Calgary won 27-23 over the Toronto Argonauts, and then that's when the winning streak ended, coincidentally, when I went on vacation to Toronto. So it's a must-win game for both sides to try to get back in the win column and keep their playoff hopes alive, because Calgary could potentially get in the third place if they win, to have the identical record of 5-8-1 with the Saskatchewan Roughriders and have a leg up on the season series. I mean, these two teams will play each other last week of the regular season. I think the date's right, is Saturday, October the 26th. So, and then Winnipeg would have to beat Edmonton this week, so there's that on the line. And just, personal pride, the red versus the green. I mean, after last week, I think Jake Meyer looked a little better. Doesn't seem to throw that long ball as he does, and we had a better running game compared to the back-to-back against Edmonton, but I still felt we could have won that game and pulled off the upset against Montreal last week, as we fumbled the ball at the 2-yard line, going for a touchdown, and then took some costly penalties in the fourth quarter that forced a longer field goal when Calgary was 2nd and 40, and we had 2 long field goal attempts that didn't work. So might have not a need overtime. We did take advantage of Montreal turnovers early, but a lot of what-ifs in that game. I mean, Calgary's fairly healthy coming in. I mean, Zach Williams will be back in the lineup on the offensive line, and Josiah Coatney will be back, I believe, on defense, but still pretty much have the same corps. But I still think something is still a little off. I mean, Saskatchewan, I looked at their depth chart. I mean, they'll have Trevor Harris, and they did pick up that Cale Armstead from Ottawa, so they'll have that him at running back. Saskatchewan will be fresh coming into this game because they had a bye last week. So after their back-to-back Labor Day with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, and they lost both of those games with close ones as well. So they have been in close games, but I'm going to say both teams right now are desperate, looking to get back into the win column. As I mentioned, Saskatchewan is a 7-game winless streak, but they did get a tie in that. Calgary's on a 5-game winless streak and tied last week. So potentially we could be in third place at the end of this week. We need to take care of our own business and then have Winnipeg take care of the Elks. Although my honest opinion is right now, looking at how the teams are looking standings-wise, I mean, if Ottawa wins this week, they clinch a playoff spot with the Montreal Alouettes, and I think Toronto is far ahead of Hamilton in the East, and then I'm going to say the 3 teams in the West they'll make the playoffs will be BC, Winnipeg, and I think Edmonton, but hopefully I'm wrong, but I'm just being realistic, and we'll see what this game is. Hopefully the weather won't be too bad, but I'm seeing sections sold out, so hopefully a lot of people wearing red. Yes, red. John Hoffnagel, Dave Dickinson, and them want you to wear red at the game, right? Right? I don't look as good wearing green with a watermelon on my head anyway, so that's all I have for this Calgary Stampeders game day post, as it's a big game for both Calgary and Saskatchewan. I guess you want that late in the season, but I'd rather it be, who is jockeying for position to host the West Final and not hopefully get into the playoffs, but hopefully I can maybe at least still get some life in either way. And, first look to see Corey Mace, former Calgary Stampeder, as head coach of the Saskatchewan Roughriders, and then this week actually both Keon Raymond and Spencer Wilson both signed one-day contracts, so they both could retire Stampeders, so congratulations to them. They were definitely big staples. Spencer Wilson on the offensive line and Keon Raymond as a cornerback during the glory days a decade ago. So, as close as you want to follow along this Calgary sports fans journey, just make sure you hit like and subscribe. I have my other social media links down in the description below. As I prefer red over the green, I prefer to eat my watermelons instead of wear it. Go Stamps go. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.